So today we got a 1985 Suzuki LT250EF. It's a four-wheeler, but we got to basically put a new carburetor in it. So I'll go ahead and show you. Just take off the seat here. After that, the carburetor actually on these four-wheelers are really easy to get to. You can also take off the air box to give you a little bit more room also, but I'm basically just going to work with it in this area and then take off it from here and just leave the air box in place. But you can go ahead and start doing the simple things. Go ahead and take the float here. As you can see, it's pretty old. This is the original carburetor for the machine as well. It just doesn't want to start without starting fluid, so we just need to go ahead and replace it. After that, we'll go ahead and get our Phillips. I believe this is going to be a size 14 for the actual choke itself. So let me go grab those. Alright, so we'll take Phillips here. Go ahead and loosen this. That guy's got a cable in the way to get to the next one. We'll pop that off. Another Phillips there. Okay. After that, set that for 14. Go ahead and loosen this. Your choke cable. Usually when you get them loose, you can loosen the rest by hand. Boom, choke cable out. Perfect. Now, after that, all that's left, if you've taken the air tube out here, actually the overflow tube, and then you've taken the other crank pressure overflow tube that runs into the actual intake there, the next step on the other side is going to be taking the fuel line off, which is right here. All right. We may have to bare needle nose. All right. Sometimes you just got to get them loose from these. There we go. First, before you can start pull, and that makes it a little bit easier. All right, well, go ahead and grab her from this side. Let's see here. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and loosen this one up as well. It'll be a Phillips. Starting to come now. All right, let me put the phone down for just 2 seconds. Okay, it's kind of hard to get it loose to wiggle it, and you can just slide it out here, but as you can see, that's a pretty old carburetor. This is the original carburetor, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, it's McCuney. Alright, then we'll just go ahead and add the new carburetor. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take this off. Easy peasy. Spring. New choke. New spring. Pop the spring on. Basically, you're gonna have to hold spring with one hand, grab your other. It's kind of pinched, I'm gonna have to separate that a little bit. Pinched. Open it up. Go back, take your spring, slide it through, hold on to it. Might have to open it up more. All right, let's see how that works. Perfect. That will work. All right, the next is the throttle. Sorry about the picture there. Oh, dang. So take this out. You'll have your float in there. I might put some, I think I'm going to put a little bit of lubrication on this before I put it in there fully. But we'll take this one here. You can see there's a line. It actually comes down in there. So if you push spring down, that cable will come out. You can just grab the cable, put it off to the side like so, and then just slide it off, and then that's it. You're good to go. You can see someone put some gasket maker on there to kind of keep it alive. So on your new one, you'll have a little rubber O-ring also. So we'll take this cap off since we have a new cap. New cap. Keep the rubber boot, pull it off. We'll put it on the new one. Boom, bada boom. Take the new cap, slide it on. Once we slide it on, we'll take our spring, put our spring in there. Just keep pushing, 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 pushing until you have all that room. Hold your spring with one hand. Grab your new needle, slide it through. Slide it through that groove that I was talking about earlier. To the top. It has a little spot it sits in. Boop. Now it's set in its spot, but this is kind of dragging, so like I said, I'm gonna grab some lubrication to lube that up a little bit before I screw it on there. We can go ahead and put our choke cable. Actually, I'm sorry. We're gonna put these on after we install this, but we will need to lube this. Okay, the next step is we basically need to change out our choke and our throttle to the new ones that come with the new carburetor. So that's basically what we're doing now, is separating this, putting the new one in, and separating that and putting the new one on. So So we get it there. Just grab a needle nose, pull this little choke tab lever out of the way. Grab a little needle nose. Oh, dang it. All right, I might need 2 hands. Okay, when putting this new carburetor on, we are going to basically try to push it into this one first, push it back, and then slide it into the front one here. And once you just get it started, you'll pop it on the front one there, and then you can adjust this back boot on it and then tighten everything down from there, and we'll put everything back in there. I'm probably going to need 2 hands for this, but let's see if I'm feeling froggy this morning. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need 2 hands. Much easier with 2 hands. Like I said, just get it started back here, and then you can slide this one where you need it to be at. And then from there, you can just make sure everything's on. Push everything in together good. So like this guy here in the front. And then push it forward. You want this knob to be in that. And then after we do that, we'll tighten this Phillips, tighten that Phillips, tighten that Phillips. Once everything's tight, then we'll go on from fuel lines to everything else. All right, like I said, before we put these in, so I have everything, as you can see, plumb up tight. Before we put these in, we're gonna lubricate it. I'm just not gonna put grease or anything on there. It's simple. It's just some 2-stroke gas that's got oil. It's my own 2-stroke gas that I make, so it's actually closer to 35-to-1 and not the real high crap that they have. I'm gonna wash my hand off here a little bit. But basically, I'm just gonna take my finger, dab it in there, rub it all over the choke, rub it all over the throttle. As you can see, my hands are dirty. Probably not the best thing to do right now. Put it in that wall, so that way when they go in, they'll slide a little bit better, and hopefully not have so much abrasive damage to them. Yeah, get it all nice and lubed up in there. And this does go a certain way. You have a long column, you have a short column. Long column goes on the little knob that just sits a little bit higher up in the walls. Go ahead and dump that all in there. There we go. It's definitely sliding better than it was. There we go. That thing was not sliding very good before. Now I got good movement to it. Okay. Yep, that's just a little tidbit to keep it nice and lubed up. So we'll put the fuel line on here. Fuel line. This is the old overflow line. We don't need that. It came with the new one. We'll go ahead and grab our new one and put it on there. This is just a little overflow tube in case it flips or something. It's not like the end of the world if it's not on there. Okay. Now it's gonna be picky on me. Come on now. Go home. Go to your home, hose. Don't you want to go home? There we go. Okay, perfect. That's on there. We got the next hose we need to put on. after that. All right, let's see if it's gonna start. Whoa. Maybe needs to warm up a little bit, but there we go.